Today's gardening and prepping. My name is Teresa. I would like to welcome you each into the kitchen with me, where I'm fixing to make Junior some comfort soup because he has been fairly put through the ringer last few days. So I asked him, did he want a big crock pot of soup? He shook his head yes, smiled. And so I am making a cheesy sausage potato broccoli soup. So it's going to be a few twists and turns along the way. But for now, what we're going to do is start the potatoes to cooking because, well, anymore it takes forever for potatoes to cook. Don't know what's going on with the potatoes. And I have to wait for my store order to be delivered for the other ingredients, but by the time they get here, these potatoes should be done. So let's get busy. Okay, I have washed my potatoes very good. Now you have to remember, we like our peels left on the potatoes. You just gotta make sure there's no bad spots. And any that are sprouting, because apparently spring must be getting here, because these potatoes think that it's time to go to growing. So I know it shouldn't be too much longer for spring. I'm not going to jump the gun, though. And we like our potatoes in the soup to be chunky. I'm going to cut some up like these into smaller pieces because they'll break down and they will thicken the soup up. I'm probably going to cut all these up. I'll keep somewhat of a tally while I cut up the rest of the potatoes, and I'll bring y'all right back. Okay, I cut up about 5 or 6 medium to large potatoes. I only have 3 left, but I want to leave room for the broccoli and the smoked sausage I'm going to be adding later. I almost forgot. I done cleaned up the onion, and then I'm going, uh-oh, gotta slow down. Now, you can cut your onion up the size you like. You can completely omit the onion. This is your soup. Main thing is just remember to save the onion skins and the butts of the onion and put them in a freezer Ziploc bag for later use in making either regular stock or bone stock. Waste not, want not. Now, the potatoes, you can cut some small ones, cut some medium chunks, cut a few large chunks. I like to randomly cut the potatoes up, because the smaller ones will break up, hopefully, and that will also help thicken your soup. Alright, now before I add the water, I'm going to season these potatoes real well. I'm going to use garlic powder. About a tablespoon. It's up to you. I want a little bit of black pepper. That should be enough. And to make people happy, that was about a teaspoon at least. And then I'm going to use some Zatarain's Creole. Don't want to use a whole lot. I don't want it to get too awful spicy because Junior can't take it. And I'm going to use about a tablespoon. Don't waste none of that. Now, since the cheese powder has some salt in it, the Zatarain's has some salt in it, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. But it's potatoes. They take up a lot of seasoning, y'all. Got to remember that. Don't be scared of your seasoning. I just barely want to cover those potatoes. Like I said, I want to leave room for the broccoli, which is going to be frozen broccoli, and mushrooms. The mushrooms will soak up some of the juice. The broccoli is going to release juice because it's frozen. And like I said, you want to season your potatoes. This is the basis of your soup. I'll be right back. Okay, the sausage that I'm going to be using is some, I think it's chicken. It's really good smoked sausage. So I'm going to be adding in a jar of turkey homemade bone stock. Now, I'm going to put the lid on this baby. I'm fixing to cut it on high. And I'm going to plug it in. And I'm fixing to walk away. Because my other ingredients aren't going to be here for about, 4 or 5 hours. That's going to give these potatoes plenty of time to cook. And I'll bring y'all back when it's time for me to add the other ingredients. Now, also, I wanted to say, on the seasoning, use what you want, because I'm going to also add some parsley later on, and might add some other things. Who knows? I never know. I just add stuff to make us healthy. Because remember, make your food your medicine. When you eat healthy food, it makes you healthy. It's it's a continuing cycle. When you put it in your mind to eat healthier, then you're going to feel better. Your food is your medicine, and what you put into your body should be healthy and not over processed. And yeah, don't I'm not going to get started. All right, I'll bring y'all back after a while. Okay, the potatoes are almost done. I've been waiting for my order to get delivered. It got delivered on the shopping thing. It said that the fresh sliced portobellos wasn't available. So I broke into my stash and I put a couple of handfuls of dehydrated sliced portobello mushrooms. Then I go through the groceries. And lo and behold, there was a package of portobello mushrooms. So, yep, they're going to go for another meal at a later time. So let's get finished adding to the soup. Alright, I got some good, old, beautiful, fresh green onions. Optional, y'all, if you don't want them. But they're so good for you. Now, I'm going to save some of these tops and cut them up when the soup's done and sprinkle it on top of the bowl of soup. Alright, we're going to scoot them over. Now I have here some really good, and yes, it's Walmart brand, chicken smoked sausage. Me and Junior love this sausage. It's actually very good. And it's fully cooked. So I'm going to slice it up. I'm going to finish slicing it and get it ready for the pot. Bring y'all back here in a bit. Okay, got the sausages sliced up. Time to put them in the pot, y'all. And the green onions. I know I thought I saw an escapee. There we go. Everybody in the pool. I wanted to make sure that I got the sausage and the green onions in. We're almost done with the soup, y'all. Almost. Now, you could stop it here if you wanted to. You don't have to add the sausage if you don't want to. It's all up to you. Now goes in as much broccoli as I can get in there. I still have to leave room for adding cheese. The good thing about using frozen, now you can use fresh broccoli. The good thing about the frozen broccoli, it doesn't quite take as long for it to cook. Oh, I wish y'all could smell this. This smells amazing, y'all. Good old hearty soup. It's more like a stew in a way. Oh, it's cold. Oh my gracious, it's cold. And of course, the bigger pieces I try to keep cut up. One, so they'll cook. Two, it gives more room for other wonderful things in the pot. Now this is the last vegetable I will be adding to this pot. Potatoes are good and cooked, which is a miracle in its own. Because some of these potatoes, I swear, takes forever to cook. Like the ones from dinner last night. We love our broccoli, so I'm going to try to get just a little bit more in there. Okay, I got to quit. Make you stir them in there real good. Let's taste the broth going on. Oh, that tastes good. Now, we'll wait on that. I'm going to add just a little more garlic. Yes, more garlic. righty. Stir it in there real good. Oh, it can wait. I got enough green in here. Alright, we're going to put the lid back on. Oh, I shouldn't have twisted like that. And we're going to cook it till the broccoli is tender. And then we'll make the cheese sauce. So, now it's time for me to get busy making bread. And I'll be back. I'll bring y'all back when the broccoli is cooked. Okay, while the bread is in the oven, which will be the video for tomorrow, I'm going to make up the cheese sauce to go into the cheesy potato broccoli sausage soup. Now, I'm using Augustin Farms cheese blend powder. Now, I'm making a double batch, so I need a cup of it. Single batch would be a half a cup. Heck, no wonder. That's why I didn't want to scoop. Let's move that for just a bit. Dust storm. Okay. Double check, make sure. Yep. That's 1 cup of their cheese powder, and for every half a cup, you want a cup of hot or warm water. So I'm using 2 cups here. And what I don't get into the crock pot, I will put in the fridge and add it tomorrow after we've ate some of the soup down. Because we're going to eat on this soup for 2 or 3 days, as we love leftovers. Now, if you wanted to, you could shred up your own cheddar cheese or whatever cheese you want to use. You could use canned nacho cheese, just not Velveeta, y'all. Use real cheese. That Velveeta is some of the nastiest crap, in my opinion. Let me say that before I upset somebody. And I ain't going to have a whole lot of room to put a whole lot of cheese in. But that's okay. That just means there'll be more room for it after we have a couple of bowls of soup. Oh, that's pretty, y'all. Oh, that's pretty. Now, if your soup or stew, whichever one you want to call it, if it ends up, oh, y'all can't see it, sorry, y'all. If it ends up being too thin for your likes, if you want to make it like a chowder, an old trick for thickening up a soup is using instant cream potatoes. It's a wonderful trick. It works very well. And it's another way I was taught how to make my curry sauce, is to use instant mashed potatoes. Oh, this looks good, y'all. I might try to get the rest of this in there. And of course, each day, it's just going to taste better and better. Ha ha ha. And it's got mushrooms in it, potatoes, broccoli, onions, garlic. Oh, this is going to be good and thick. Not too awful thick, but thick enough. Alright, it's done. You just got to make sure all that cheese gets stirred in. This is a good, wholesome, healthy dinner. You know exactly what's going into it. And I love that freeze-dried cheese, let me say it, cheese blend. It's a blend of different cheeses. It comes in handy, it really does. Look at that. Alright, that is ready. I'm going to put the lid on it, let it heat up a little bit more. Bread's in the oven. I got one more video to make, and the soup will post tomorrow, which will be Thursday. Then Friday, the bread video will post Friday. And then Saturday, there's a special bonus video because me and Junior have not had it in a very long time. So I will bring y'all back after a while when I bowl up the soup. The soup is ready. I'm going to have to be careful how I scoop it out. Get a little of the juice out and out of the way. Oh, it's so good and thick, y'all. Kind of more like a hearty chowder. And okay, this one's for Junior. Sprinkle some fresh chopped green onion on top. And if you wanted to, you could also put a dollop of sour cream in the middle. That would be a no for Junior. Alright, I'm going to go get him took care of, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to try the soup. Look how beautiful that is. Soup, chowder, whichever one you want to call it. Look how good that is. I know it's hot as can be, but we're going to give it a try. Junior's already got his, but he is trying not to eat it yet because it is hot. And like I said, if you wanted to, I just don't have any. Put a big dollop of sour cream in the center of it, mix it all around, and it's like a baked potato with cheesy broccoli all on it. Oh my God, that's good. Oh, that's so good. It's hot. Mm. Oh, what a wonderful dinner. Mm. And that chicken sausage is good too. Oh, that's delicious. Simple, easy, homemade. You know exactly what goes into it. And like I said, we're going to eat on this for 2 or 3 days. And what we can't eat, I'll cut that off. And what we can't eat, I will freeze up. I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot to freeze up. But we're going to eat on it for 2 or 3 days because we love leftovers. And soup only gets better each day after it's made. Simple, easy, homemade. And you can do this as well. And of course, I'll have the recipe in the description box below the video with all the ingredients for the soup. Continue to stock up your pantries with food that will nourish and sustain you. Supplies to make soup with. Medicinals, which this can be considered a medicinal because you got all your vitamins, your minerals, your nutrients in it. Let what goes into your body be your medicine. Food especially. Protection of all kinds and the absolute bare essentials to survive on. Everyone, take care and may you each be blessed. It's dinner time. Love y'all. Hoot hoot. Mwah. I'll see you soon. Y'all take care.